Going on at the moment, or is there going to be a last-minute surprise? There's pole position man Marc Marquez, and go up and counting.
Under in the field on the soft rear tyre.
The 37th different circuit that he's raced at during his Grand Prix career, an astonishing number. Traditionally speaking, when we've gone to new circuits, Valentino Rossi hasn't always gone well at them, but it could be a different matter today. Who knows?
13 years Valentino Rossi's been on a factory Yamaha. He's never gone 5 races in a row without a podium finish. Not a record he'll want to have at the end of this 26-lap Buriram Grand Prix. Maverick Vinales warm-up lap. What can he do from 4th place? Only the 2nd time Vinales has qualified in the top 6 in the last 6 races. He's winless since the French Grand Prix in Le Mans back in May 2017. Rossi and Yamaha winless since the Dutch TT in June 2017. Can they arrest that decline? Can they get in that fight with Marc Marquez and Andrea Dovizioso?
Breaks on the grid, and Marc Marquez comes, which means we're good to go. Eyes on the lights. We are go in Thailand. A terrible start from Andrea Iannone on that second row, but Marc Marquez got away well, as did Cal Crutchlow. Valentino Rossi will go through in second. Crutchlow's
tight enough. Dovizioso pounces on the inside of Cal Crutchlow, though. Dovizioso quickly recovers that place he lost off the front first time. Marquez under severe pressure from Valentino Rossi, then Dovizioso and Crutchlow. Jack Miller was out wide the first corner. He recovered to get himself back inside that top 10. Dani Pedrosa struggled off the line. He's lost a lot. Who struggled on the first lap on the 2. Second of the factory Suzuki's there. Iannone has 4 back though. So Marquez leads over the line to complete lap number 1. 25 still to go. Marquez, Rossi and Valentino Rossi looking forward to the menacing Marc Marquez. 38 wins from 41 in his MotoGP career have all come from
10, then flick right to turn 11. Rossi here in the slipstream using all the curb. Again, he's going up alongside him. He's not
2.525. In fact, Marquez, Rossi and Dovizioso on that second lap barely split. 32.5.
And turn number 6 we go. We'll flick right then into turn 7. Here's Jack Miller. He's in 7th. That'll do for now from the Alma Pamak rider. He's at good pace most of the weekend.
Yeah, Jack Miller down the final corner.
Yeah, big moment there.
Nakagami.
I think it was Nakagami. Fastest lap of the race goes to Marc Marquez. The corner speed he carries through turn 12 is impressive, and he's into the 31s. There's Nakagami's bike, the Idemitsu, and Vinales. Alex Rins up the inside there of Dani Pedrosa. So he now moves up into 8th place. Rossi, though, has closed that gap down. It's again in that middle part of the circuit where Rossi is able. It's a 31.5 from Rossi, a 31.4 from Dovizioso, so the pace is already being upped. Will they now stretch the rest of the field if they continue this?
Well, Crutchlow and Vinales have responded immediately, straight away when they need to.
When he comes up to his grandstand in a moment, the place is going to erupt. One line through sector 3.
Yeah, we're coming into sector 4, where we know Valentino Rossi has been in a league of his own all weekend. He's been supreme in that. There's Marc Marquez on this lap number 5 then, has lost 2 places. He led at the start of this lap. He's lost out there to Rossi and Dovizioso, an Italian.
You know he's a clever cookie.
He's a wily, canny old operator, isn't he, Marc Marquez? Crutchlow and Vinales are just off the back of last time around. He was a 1:32.1. There was a massive chasm between Rossi, Dovizioso and Marc Marquez. I don't think Marquez will be something with that traction control to manage the wheel spin better. Have they been able to extract a bit more durability out of that rear tyre? We'll find out over the next half an hour.
Here, on board now with Andrea Dovizioso on the Ducati, looking back at Marc Marquez as we enter sector 3. Around the double right-handers here at turns 8, now into...
Rossi pings himself straight back into 1:31.6s, and that drags Dovizioso and Marquez with him. Crutchlow also in the 1:31s. Maverick Vinales had a tough 7th lap. He did a 1:32 flat. And right behind the lap time is Valentino Rossi, a race leader, did a 1:31.6 battle. Nobody can get close to Rossi in sector 4. It's still Andrea Dovizioso that's got the baton in his hand, trying to hunt down his fellow Italian. Rossi does a 32 flat. Andrea Iannone's out well wide at turn 4. It looked like Alex Rins made a super ambitious move stick on Danilo Petrucci coming through turn number 4. A bit further down the field, it's Zarco, Miller, Rins.
That leads from Andrea Dovizioso, then Marquez, Crutchlow, Vinales, all together. Then it's a gap back to Zarco, Rins, Pedrosa, and and Jack Miller. Danilo Petrucci takes up 10. Block pass on Valentino Rossi. That is probably going to be his best chance, because he has been one of the quickest riders through Sector 1, and no surprise there.
Well, slipstream in the Yamaha for the Ducati should 31.686. Keep your eye on him. Alex Rins, he's got into a serious rhythm at the moment. Rins, he's dragging Danny Pedrosa with him. They've left Jack Miller floundering as it Constantine. Now that he's fighting 2 laps on the trot. Rossi, massive wheel spin coming out of the first corner, sitting duck. Rossi just lost all drive, a mistake on the gas, he lost the rear.
Into turn 5, Marquez right on the tail here of Dovizioso. If anyone could find a way past through this tight and twisty section, it's Marquez, but Rossi again, this is where he's strong.
Vinales, Marco, Pedrosa and Rins as the fastest group on the circuit right now. Rins and Pedrosa are running a serious pace. Last 2 laps, they've exchanged the fastest laps.
Rossi just struggling to hook up.
A 1:31.704, fastest lap last time around from him. In fact, Zarco was much quicker than the 5 guys in front of him. He was 4/10 faster than your race leader. Dovizioso and Marquez in recent history have been so strong.
You do just feel, don't you, at the moment, like
Dovizioso and Marquez are able to take a good 8-9 bike lengths out of him down that 1 kilometre back straight. Simon.
Guys, something
coming out of turn number 1, and that just allowed Andrea Dovizioso and Marc Marquez to effortlessly
slow again on that lap into the low 32s. At the moment, they all stay together. If there's anybody that can stage manage better than anyone else, if there's anybody that has race management, just
still swarming all over the rear tyre of Marc Marquez.
In the sprint, they're all together, but who wins the marathon here in Thailand?
You know what's going to be in terms of keeping that front tyre cool?
Well, Cal, a classic example of that is the fact that Cal's not been able to make any forward movement, Matt, and he's got his hands full. Yeah. So then, past halfway distance, if there are rabbits in the hat for Dovizioso and Marquez, when will they be pulled out? And can everybody else live with them?
Well, we've seen them get down to mid, which is right there as well. Andrea Iannone in 11th place, but he's only 3.5 seconds off the lead.
Braking hard down into turn number 12. There will be 11 laps remaining when they cross the line. Alex Rins almost bumped.
Iannone, rather.
All of these riders have done a lot of extensive work in latter stages of runs with hard tyres, that most of them know what they've got. Dovizioso and Marquez.
Rossi, it's been pretty much as you were for a number of laps now in that top 5. Rossi been 3rd, under no real great pressure from Crutchlow or Vinales.
You know, I think this could be a lap where you see a few 30. Maverick Vinales, Pedrosa is in 6th.
Yeah, Danny Pedrosa, he's not.
The top 2 are going, Matt. Rossi's,
Petrucci and Miller.
Onto the start-finish straight, we're on board with Vinales. He's trying to get past Cal Crutchlow. Yeah. He's got a good opportunity here. He's got to get foot past. And Danny Pedrosa do now that they're free of Cal Crutchlow. Was he just holding them up a bit? Taka Nakagami might want to run off circuit in a minute, and wisely he does so at turn 5 to allow the leaders to come through. Of course, he rejoined us.
Tabs on that gap between the 2 factory Yamaha men through sector 3. Yeah, Vinales, he's on the charge. He took 2/10 of a second out of Rossi. He's really struggling. I wonder if is it front tyre? Has he run into some rear grip issues as well? It's not an easy Grand Prix at all. It's just fatigue creeping in. Cal Crutchlow's been...
You know what, Matt? Danny Pedrosa smells a podium.
Oh, he's down, Steve, he's down, sorry. I'm just looking at that commentary box position.
Just as I said
Danny Pedrosa's crashed at turn number 5. As soon as you said that, I'm just 6 finishing over a year for Danny Pedrosa. Maverick Vinales now coming right into this podium battle. Swarming all over the rear tyre of his teammate Valentino Rossi. Marc Marquez at the moment has not been able to get through, or would have had a big part to play in the proceedings here this afternoon. We wish Jorge a very speedy recovery.
You tell us, Jorge.
Yeah, exactly. Who do you think is going to win Jorge Lorenzo? Watching the TVs here in Southeast Asia, we hope he has a quick...
I think what we can say is that Yamaha have made a considerable step forward.
That 33.5 last time around from Crutchlow must have just been a mistake, because straight away Crutchlow got himself back.
Dovizioso and Marquez are asking questions of the 2 factory Yamahas now. Valentino Rossi's just fading a bit here. Alex Rins is actually closing in on him by half a tenth.
Got to be careful here, Valentino Rossi, because Maverick Vinales has not won a race since the French Grand Prix in Le Mans 27 races ago, since Vinales was on the top step of the podium. Aragon, he had Dovizioso's measure. Has it been another tactically astute, brilliantly crafted ride by Marc Marquez? Vinales, though, is right there. He's in the hunt. He's only, what, 5 by touch, fine margin when you get to the pinnacle, the front of a MotoGP race. The difference between Valentino Rossi and being in this battle, it's a tenth of a second a lap. That's all he's losing at the moment. Just cannot. He's been able to slot straight back onto the rear tyre of the Ducati.
Yeah, but Maverick Vinales is there now as well. One more move like that, and Vinales is in with a shout of a victory.
Well, you know, he looked like Marquez, Steve, the way he was able to get that.
Now are just chanting to break Valentino Rossi in fourth. We will have 3 laps to go across
for a lot of this race. Dovizioso cuts a tight defensive line in the braking zone for turn number 3. He knows that Marc Marquez is coming. He can start hearing the Jaws music being showdowns. And Marquez strikes. He's picked Dovizioso's pocket big style there. Dovizioso, though, decides to fight straight back. This is classic Marquez versus Dovizioso. How many times?
Onto the straight we go. Dovizioso has it. This time Marquez is not in the slipstream. He won't be close enough to have a go over at turn. Than that Ducati. It's sectors 3 and 4. And what has been the Achilles heel for Dovizioso all weekend? Sectors 3 and 4. We're
to the final corner. He's got the inside line. Here comes Andrea Dovizioso. He retaliates brilliantly. Dovizioso will lead coming onto the final lap here in Bulleram. It's going to be a straight showdown. It's Dovizioso.
Go into turn 4, it's too fast, but he's got a great line through turn 4. And now we go into turn 5. Is he going to have a go? Yes, he is. And that's brilliantly done by Marc Marquez, but he goes wide. Dovizioso comes back through. He's got the inside line again, but he closes the door on him.
Turn 12, Dolphin. Marquez tried to get it tight.
He's got
Dovizioso's come through.
He's on the inside, but they both go wide. Marquez has a comeback. He's going to do it. It's a return of the victory for Marquez, and he does to Dovizioso.
Valentino Rossi, 4th place. Great charge that by the doctor. Look at the angle of Marc Marquez's front tyre compared to his rear tyre. Opposite lock on that front end.
Stand-up wheelie across the line as well from Marquez. Dovizioso, 5 podiums on the trot. We should mention that. The Yamahas look like...
On the 37th different racetrack that this man has raced on in his illustrious...
Here as well. Not just for Japan in terms of wrapping up the championship, but there is stages.
Listen to that massive pause for breath there from Andrea Dovizioso.
Although there are various other permutations that could get the job done.
For the factory Yamaha team, weren't quite.
Japan could be where it's all sewn up for Marc Marquez and not.
They're in 4th place ahead of Johann Zarco. Alex Rins, a 3rd successive.